G'day, this is Captain Noob, and this is a two-shot explosive Tesla shotgun. Now, I've had the Tesla rifle on the channel before in the form of a two-shot one, which was pretty good. I did conclude that it was better in crowd control situations than it was at killing bigger enemies with bigger health pools, but hopefully with this weapon we'll be able to turn it around a little bit. So, the explosive effect doesn't really happen with energy weapons anymore. In fact, it was patched out not in the last patch, but probably a couple of patches before that. So yeah, this thing has been acquired since the patches or the days where you could actually get explosive on your energy weapons, which is a projectile overriding thing. And what happens is you'll actually shoot explosive bullets rather than the arcing Tesla. So we do lose that little bit of crowd control ability, but the indirect fire in terms of explosions is still sort of there. It's not going to arc off at enemies now, it's just going to be in a wide area, which is why we've chucked on, instead of concentrated fire at rank 3, we've got ourselves 2 ranks of a grenadier there. So that's pretty cool. And going over this thing's damage, now you'd think being a shotgun it would be boosted from, you know, the shotgunner perks, but that's not the case. It's actually boosted by rifleman. And we'll go ahead and chuck on some more damage with the bloody mess perk. Maybe we can get some good corpse explosions in this. We'll see. But with all of those acquired, we've got 210 damage, which is pretty damn good. Alrighty, so here we are outside of Moody's Plaza on a very pleasant day. Usually it's pretty shit weather when I record here, but now it's fine. So what we're going to do is not charge this thing up against these super mutants, and the reason that is because I've noticed that there's very little difference between having this thing charged up and having it not charged up. Also, you'll be slowing your DPS down significantly. Now, when we get nice and close to these guys, we'll actually see a little bit more benefit of that explosive projectiles that we are firing, but it's worth shooting just a little bit behind the guys to get a little bit too close so we don't kill ourselves with that. So you might notice how the recoil is sort of large here. The spread on the actual crosshairs there is pretty large. So this thing is going to be very limited at range, so we're going to have to run in and do a little bit of close quarters combat with this, which is okay. You can get away with this thing. You've got the power to back it up there as I turn and burn that turret there. Got a grenade coming in, so yeah, it's not totally easy to kill this thing. It's definitely not a two-shot explosive combat shotgun, but still, you can do this as a rifleman build, which is perfect for winter because that's what she's spec'd for. We'll go for a critical on you, charge it up, and kill him. Also, we disintegrate them and explode them at the same time there, so you know, that's kind of weird. They might be wondering why I haven't equipped Skeet Shooter to make sure that hip fire accuracy is tightened up a bit. That's because it doesn't work with this thing. So yeah, it's a weird weapon, and you can tell that Bethesda really didn't want us to have explosive legendary effects on our energy weapons, but the game was released in such a broken state that this was possible anyway, so the only ones to blame are them pretty much. Definitely not really too much of a sniper weapon, but you can do it, I suppose. You notice that the spread is hitting all around him, so only really up close and personal is this thing going to really suit your needs as a shotgun type weapon. And you're going to have 500... No, you just pulled a minigun out of your ass apparently. Had no ammo for it. I guess that's why it wasn't shooting at me with it first. So we'll quickly round up the rest of these blokes. And yeah, the reload on this thing is very, very slow indeed, which is unfortunate. If I had mutations like Speed Demon, that'd be somewhat remedied, but yeah, it's not too bad, I suppose. When running downstairs, the projectiles like to go through the stairs, so it's a little bit harder to bounce splash damage off the ground. It's definitely what you want to do with a shotgun like this anyway. Damn, that reload speed is pretty bad. If it happens to get too bad, I'll probably just chuck on something like the automatic barrel and use it with a ground pounder just to speed it up a little bit. But for what it's worth, it's doing pretty good so far, so we'll head inside. Alrighty, so it's going to be even more dangerous for us than the super mutants in here, but let's get started on these guys anyway. We might be able to get away with a little bit of stealth killing here since I've got my stealth setup happening right now. I've taken off perks like the suppressed ones. Mr. Sandman suppresses do more sneaky attack crit damage, because that'd be dead weight on this weapon. It's not going to help us at all. We have got a little bit more sneak. I just went for stuff that I felt was kind of necessary. I'm not really going to sneak, so it's actually probably worth not even using that. Unfortunately, I can't fill up my points in agility, or my spare points with agility with Enforcer. It'd be great if it did work with that, but I don't think this thing is called a shotgun. You saw before how it was upgraded with Rifleman perk, so I'd imagine this thing is not actually a shotgun. It'd be weird if this thing was both a shotgun in terms of its keywords and a rifle, so you could use shotgunner and rifleman perks to boost this, but somehow I don't think it's the case. For some reason, pipe guns are like that, though. They can spec from rifleman and gunslinger alike, so yeah, you can have a pipe gun outdoing a hunting rifle if you feel like it, which is kind of broken. I guess that's why some people are still running around with pipe guns to this day, because for what they're worth, for their low quality, and they can do damage, which is kind of weird. I think Many a True Nerd went over this in his little video there. It's one of the reasons why they had to nerf the pipe gun not breaking down easy perk or whatever. Yeah, that's probably why. And we got ourselves a free heal from that level up, which is nice. Almost level 200. That's alright then. Alright, so we'll quickly finish off the rest of these guys in here. It is a little bit inconsistent, but hopefully having that extra splash damage, if Grenadier is even working, will help us do more damage in general to the ones that, you know, are a little bit outside of what our normal explosive radius range would be. And to get to the control room, I should have gone this way. That's for sure. We'll go back into sneaking. Might as well pop that reload there, because it takes about a fortnight to actually shove that new fusion mag in. Charge it up against this guy. Kill him with a sneak attack critical. I guess I am making good use, a fairly decent amount of use of that, and whoops, that's not a good thing to happen. Broken arm or not, I still killed you nice and easily, Super Mutant, and that's probably not going to help me in terms of the spread of this weapon. It's sort of bloomed quite a bit, but I think we'll be just fine if we go around this corner here. See, these guys don't even give a shit. They're not really perceptive. They like to stay within their own lanes, which is kind of odd. You'd think, you know, aggroing some Super Mutants would, and I just killed myself. Okay. Well, good thing I died, because I left this guy outside, so kill him quickly. Yep, Cowardly Legendary, grabs a gun, runs off anyway. Phew, yeah, right. I won't be using that anytime soon. But like I was going on about before my untimely death, you'd think if you'd aggro a couple of the Super Mutants in here, you'd aggro a lot of them. Also, that is a bulletproof curtain. They were doing some crazy experiments here at Westech. Super Mutants was only the start of it, but bulletproof curtains and drapes, now that's something you ought to be worried about. So the only wing left to clear out is unfortunately the most dangerous one for me, so wish me luck. And the reason I run straight in here is because this place likes to lock you out. But yeah, sometimes I'm shooting at these guys with my explosive weapons, the door closes on me, then I immediately give myself a full face of explosive bullets, which is not nice at all. Alright, quickly get that reload happening, will ya? And since you're all packed in like sardines, that'll give me a good time to shoot all of you as you stand. And if I can get those hits on, I feel like getting the hits on these guys does less damage than just bouncing splash damage on them, which is odd. That's usually the opposite way of how it works when you're using weapons of the ballistic explosive variety. We'll just go ahead and go under here and take cover from the blokes up top. That's probably the best way to go about this. So yeah, holding down this place has a crowd control situation of Super Mutants there. It's a little bit harder to take on muties and ghouls, especially when some of them can shoot ya. So, you know, you can't just all hold them at one point, but you can outpath them like that. Where are you going to go now? They're actually going to drop down. I'm so used to bad Bethesda pathing that I'm actually taken aback when they drop down off ledges like that. You know what? They might have half-assed a lot of things in this game, but sometimes enemy pathing, it's alright. They can do okay sometimes. Unless it's just like they've just mapped the pathways to be able to allow them to do that with their... Damn it, what's it called? I shouldn't have forgotten this, because I did a lot of the path mapping when I made my little mod there. With, when I made my custom cell with Kylie's little base, but yeah. For some reason, these legendaries are still fucking cowardly though, which leads to a hilarious situation where Benny Hill music plays as I try to desperately shoot them as they run around. Quickly dodge him, I suppose. And we've got ourselves a weird animation set right now because we got ourselves crippled and then we died. Now we're stuck pointing our gun in the air, which could be possibly hazardous to our health there. So playing in first person is probably the best way to approach this next situation. Well, there's one, yet another cowardly legendary who ran away from his duties. You'd think the Super Mutants would, you know, shoot them on sight for being cowards, because they gotta be stronger than humans, right? another one. Went to have a piss, I guess, and then woke up and all of his all got out of the toilet, and then all of his friends were in bloody giblets on the floor. So probably not the best smoko for him. Also, the guy and his dog. Don't forget about these ones. I probably should have let that reload happen. That's okay. We're only in caution right now. This guy's got a rifle, so there we go. Surely we're done at this point. Okay, we're finally done. Let's go ahead and shoot some ghouls, I suppose. Alrighty, how should I annoy these guys today? Should I just walk in the front door and start making a mess of... There's a lot of ash piles in here. That wasn't me, by the way. Looks like there's already some nonsense going on with ghouls around here and rad roaches. What's happening? Oh, they're literally in the corner fighting. How's the rad roach doing? Wow, the rad roach would actually win that fight. Also, there's more ghouls chasing me. Well, looks like I've annoyed them, so my little plan has succeeded there, and I just got ghoul aids. They didn't even hit me. Come on, game. Now, the way I'm going to play this is tactically jump over the net like a tennis ball every time these guys come around me, and doing that, there we go. We'll be able to get ourselves a little bit of distance on these ghouls, so they won't be able to hit me. That's right. I'm still exploiting your bad pathing. Drop the... Ooh, we actually staggered him outside of the fence. Outside of... Oh, okay. I didn't know we could do that, but I'm sure as hell glad we can. And again, legendaries are chockers in here. No, go away. And then the game crashed. So, yeah, instead of waiting for everything to respawn, we're just gonna jump into a new server, I guess. And I blame the Jap who spawned in there. It was totally his fault. And Bethesda's fault too. Most definitely Todd Howard's fault overall. And sometimes when you spawn in, you drop technical data. I didn't have any in my inventory, it's just there. You can't take it though, so you can't infinitely exploit that quest line by doing that. So hopefully we get ourselves some good spawns. Ah, there's old mate Josh. So, yep, starting off with the Wendigo, and you better drop me something legendary. I hope I didn't just lose all of the legendaries that you owe me, Bethesda. You owe me, Bethesda, alright? You gave me all these legendaries, you can't just take them away. We're still going to do this the best way ever, though. We're still going to jump over the net and pretend to be a tennis ball while we take out these bloody ghoulies. Stay back, you bastards. Or you could come through here. This is like the second line of defense. This is before we go... Oh, okay, that's a little bit too close. Hop over. One at a time, please. I expect the ghouls to attack me in a somewhat orderly fashion. Yes? Is that too much to ask? Shit, they hit hard too, don't they? It's mainly rads with these guys, isn't it? Now, I could be using power armor right now. That's probably the best idea to actually do this, but... Oh, that one fucking sprinted sideways. Yeah, okay, for some reason, rotting dead zombie ghoul people can run sideways faster than I could ever hope to. I just duped the fuck out of that one, though. What do you think of that? You sidestep around that fence. Oh, looks like the deer wants to get a piece of this too. Yeah, that's right. You get the hell out of here, mate. You get disintegrated from a laser shotgun firing or electricity shotgun firing explosive bullets. Yeah, can you see why they removed this from the game? Also, condition of this thing. I've shot this quite a bit. Look at that. This thing's holding together quite easily. So, you know, that's cool. And are we done here? Hang on, I don't think we're done here. I can smell the manager. The manager is... Oh, we killed him. Okay, looks like we're done. I guess I smelt his ash. Also, there's a bunch more ash bits around. These aren't mine. This is weird. Anyways, so, yeah, pretty good against ghouls, especially when you're using your superior pathing skills to defeat them. So, we'll take on some monsters now, I suppose. Here's a legendary haul so far. The only thing of note is probably just this bloody machete. At least that Jason guy with the hockey mask will be happy with me. Alrighty, time to put the TSE Tesla shotgun to the test now. I've picked up Eagle Eyes, so I'm just going to keep shooting at his head until something sticks. Or until the game pulls me out of that. We'll just go ahead and click like that. Come on, Concentrated Fire, you can do it. Okay, this is what sucks about having only half points in Concentrated Fire. Luck 9. Okay, no crits for me, I suppose, but I'll just shoot you like that and kill you. Yeah, it does alright for damage, doesn't it? Not too shabby, eh? Alright, we'll quickly loot this guy and then we'll move on to some crabby-looking dudes, I suppose. Alrighty, let's see how we do against these dudes. We've got a crit ready at least. I don't know where it came from, but it just happened, so yeah. I'm not sure whether charging it up does more damage. It doesn't seem like it does. I think we just killed 2 there. Well, that's useful. Then we'll just botch that shot and bats there. At least some of the pellets managed to hit. Alright, so is this the level 50? No, this is only the level 40. This is a bad time to reload. Okay. That was a nasty stagger. We could actually get away if he didn't stagger us there. Luckily for us, we can bounce around like we've got marsupial. We don't. And kill them just like that. And now for this glowing looking fella. Alright. And is that 60%? That's only 40%. Okay. What else is around here? Yet another glowing dude. A dude who ate too many glow sticks. And that's 50%. So we'll wake old mate Queenie up. And then if we can kill her in under a minute, then we can get all of our... we can examine our adrenaline damage. There we go. Damage plus 60%. And we get 27.4. Yep. That's alright. Alrighty, let's take on the big bat dude, I suppose. We'll just annoy him a little bit, hopefully cause him to land by doing this. Let's see his statuses there. Okay, I want to test out whether Enforcer does actually work with this. I highly doubt it, but whatever. So we'll just take out Covert Operative. We're not sneaking right now, so that's going to be fine. Enforcer is down here. There it is. Alright, so let's get started. Just shoot at him. I don't think we're going to be helping ourselves out too much in bats. And man, if we get our asses handed to it by a Scorch Beast post-nerf, then I've got problems, that's for sure. Just fire at him. And scrolling through the limbs. Doesn't look like any cripples have happened. And now I'm being attacked by his zombie gun crony dudes. Did you fuck off? Come on. I had plenty of damage against you there. Now I'm being toasted by his acid. Did they buff that? They might have. Give Scorch Beast a little bit more punch with that. And I fucking love in this game being staggered out of reload animations. That's my favorite thing to happen in the game. And also, you're standing too close. If we're at a party, I'd be moving away from you right now. Don't ever stand too close to me, you bastard. Especially if you're like a mushroom zombie looking dude. Yeah, like that. Alright, so we should be getting near adrenaline maximum right now. In fact, that's probably it after those couple of kills there. Now it's up to old mate to land. I think I'll be fighting a lot of his friends like this before he bothers to land. Oh wait, that might be him there? Well, whatever he did, he landed somewhere else. I don't even sure if he landed, I don't know. Alright, I'll go for a critical on you, I suppose. Who was shooting at me before? I don't know. Oh, that's a staggering amount of damage there. Does anyone have an anti-aircraft gun? Could you just please land for me? Come on, be a good boy. That's the stuff. And probably just pop another stim pack there so we don't die. Yeah, you try to run up that thing. Okay, noticing the weakness of this when it comes to, hang on, there's Tormentor. Why haven't I got Tormentor? I actually don't have it. That's so stupid. Okay, here he goes. Quick check of the limbs. And, okay, they're all healed, but hopefully we can get him now. And when you try to spam fire this thing, it kind of suffers a little bit. Yeah. Definitely not the weapon of choice against Scorch Beast. I'd imagine I'd be doing a lot better with that explosive laser rifle that I once used, but whatever, we'll keep on hitting him. Dabs. I got dabbed on by a fucking Scorch Beast. Alright, are you gonna stick there now? Oh good, there's 6 more gun zombies onto me. Where'd he go? Stop hiding behind rocks. I'm supposed to have the high ground. I have to fight this like Obi-Wan, because that's how I get more explosive damage. I'm really glad I finished that reload animation before he decided to do his area of effect first. Maybe if I charge this up. Oh yes, it's got the Gauss Rifle depriming thing. If you dare to fire this thing faster than the game intends it to, the game says, nah, fuck you. All that time you took charging the weapon, fuck off. We don't support that. You have to charge your gun up again. So that's annoying. Never happened this bad back in Fallout 4. I imagine it's some sort of stupid ass netcode issues. You better shake your head, you super fucking bat. You got it easy today. Even in your nerf state, you still couldn't kill me though. So yeah, cop that. So there you have it. That was a 2-shot explosive Tesla shotgun. It was going alright until I fought a Scorch Beast. Pack something else in your inventory to take out those bastards. Like a instigating handmade rifle, which I've still got. Offer is like 2,600 caps now, so beat that. Join my Discord so I can talk to you directly, and yeah, do that and beat the 2,600 cap auction on it, and I'll fucking give you a thing, maybe a little bit of a discount. You never know. Thank you for watching, guys.